Alright guys, welcome to the video where I show you should you play this Pokemon game. Like, what is Pokemon Revolution? How the fuck, why do you play this shit for like a decade? And why do you have fun? And also, why do you suffer in this game? For those who don't know, I've been playing this game for like 200 hours, so went like straight for the grind. Because of I wanted to have a Pokemon game with legendaries. Cause most of them this video will be freestyle, so I'm trying to do my best. Because yeah, the thing is, when it comes to Pokemon, you have the normal editions, and then most of people like me want also to play in like different regions, like more regions and some shit, where you can get more Pokemons and more regions. Therefore, overall, wider or better like Pokemon games, like more regions and some shit, not like the classic ones, you know, from the game. So yeah, then I was googling, looking at some Pokemon games. I've also played games like Pokemon MMO or Poke1, but the most issue that these games have, which this game has, but in a bit, is that you can't get legendaries. Most of us, like as in a childhood, were like, wow, legendaries are fucking cool and some shit. So yeah, that was the most mistake thing that kept me or didn't want me to play games like this. So yeah, then I was looking at Pokemon Revolution. At the first I was like, nah bro, but then a friend of me was like, yo, play this fucking game, now it's better. And then I was looking like, okay, can you at least get the legendary like Kyurem or White Kyurem, because I personally liked it in this fucking game. And yes, it was. And it also was not event buying it. That's what I said, you can get them in a bit. They are when it comes to the Pokedex, there are way more. It also goes to Zacian, but I remember, I don't play this game for long, as I said. You can see my join date. The Zacian and the Zamazenta was at the beginning of the game. So a bit of the beginning when Sword and Shield there was an event for it. So yeah, you can get a lot of legendaries. Yes, you also can do them by when you do farming bosses. After you have a certain playtime, you can start doing bosses with boss teams. That's why I will also show you some gameplay in the background of me beating bosses with the boss team. And yeah, for that you can use Google to Google Thread and some shit. But yeah, I just want to showcase you a bit of the game, and is it worth, should I get it or should I don't get it? The thing is, the game is free to play, show you always can play it, of course, but it's a Pokemon with 4 regions. You have Sinnoh, Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn, as you can see here. So like in the older games, and they also are trying to making a custom region or from the newer one. But yeah, you have 4 regions, so basically full playable game with all good shit and so on. So yeah, that's why I would recommend you to give this game a try, because yeah, the thing that is hard in this game, it's an MMO game, so you have to grind, because the story himself is a bit harder as a normal, because yeah, it's an MMO, you have to grind. So yeah, but overall, it's like playing a normal Pokemon game with more region, more variety, but you have also a bit of, it's a bit of more grindy, because you need to, how do you say this shit? You need to get stronger and better Pokemons at the beginning, so that's why you have to level up. Yeah, and that's where we come to the payment. For those who cry about, it's pay to win, it's pay to win. No, it is not. It's more like pay to grind. Because of, if you check like this membership, it costs like 190. So let me check that for you. This would be like, yeah, like 10 bucks basically for 60 days. So in my opinion, or like the 50 membership one, so you can get already at £5 or like it without $5 pounds, but I don't have it, only 5 and 10. So yeah, I personally paid around $30 in this game, because I love the game. I love Pokemon, and I've also like MMOs, and I've also like having multiple regions. So the payment system itself, I personally think is pretty equal for a free-to-play game, where you pay like 10 bucks, 5 bucks. You can easily get that by collecting bottles. So also, we can go go for fun. How much bottles would you need for like $5? Wait. Wait. Basically for around 20 bottles around, if it comes up, basically for $5. So yeah, it is not that hard to get if you are going to streak and go shop shit. But yeah, that's just fun by side. But the payment system itself, I personally think it's pretty good. So it's pretty okay. You also can get decent mounts, decent headgear, and some shit. So like in area more. So yeah, that are some good aspects of the game. You can get pretty much decent legis. For the guys who don't know competitive, also because of googling, doing side quests where you have to beat bosses to get to a certain region, you will also learn the V's about the Pokemon to get a bit into the depth of the Pokemon. Once you get you're starting running in the game, you get a bit deeper, and you also then started having fun. So yeah, you can get legendaries. You also can get mega evolutions. Also, I can show that to you as well if it's not in the gameplay. But yeah, you can also get mega evolution and the abilities. Dynamax, I don't know. But yeah, if it's not the gameplay in the background, you will see my mega Absol. But yeah, you also can get mega evolutions in this game. So yeah. That was some good parts. So it's basically just a normal Pokemon with a bit of cashy, a bit of $5-10 if you're okay with it. For XP boost and money boost and some shit. So I'm not sponsored or some shit by this game. I've been playing this game on myself because I love it. I wouldn't recommend shit that I don't love playing. Like I also play League of Legends, Genshin Impact, also free-to-play games that I've personally enjoyed. Like Ark Survival Evolved, Black Desert even 2 I would recommend. So yeah. It's a basically personal recommendation by myself because I love this game. The game himself is pretty neat, and yeah, it feels like a Pokemon game with just more things that you can do. Like I said, you can beat bosses, doing also dungeons with guys, like event dungeons to get certain Pokemons. Like by myself, I got Reshiram, which is fused into my white Kyurem. So yeah, that's why I can show you. I only can show you my Zekrom, which I must say some side quests are good, and some side quests like that one that I did for the Zekrom being kinda 8. I'm honest, they've been pretty hard to do. So yeah. But yeah, the purpose to get a legendary that you can use. Only sad thing, you can't use them in PvP because they are legendaries are kind of OP. If you know the Zacian meta is crazy. Because Zacian is fucking strong, so yeah. But you can use them almost for hunting wild Pokemons and some shit, so like casual you would, besides bosses and PvP, but yeah, that's extended content. So yeah, but now we are also coming to some bad things. The game doesn't have only good things, it also have bad things. Because of you can see, guys are also trading some Pokemons in the chat, which I personally have done enough too. I'm not aware of prices and some shit, so I only see some middle span between the prices. That's why I can send some. If you really want to buy Pokemon, so you should be pretty asking other people for a second opinion if that price is okay or not, and making sure that you don't get scammed or something, because yeah, the prices are a bit shitty. But if you play this game enough, you are getting a slowly feeling. Once you get later farming bosses with a lot of Pokédex, you're getting a bit of feeling for the prices. So yeah, it's just optional, but sometimes there are also good Pokemons in that you can get, like Frokis or Phanexes or somehow, or like in this example, do we have anything good? We have a Larvestar that you can get. Volcarona is a pretty strong Pokemon. Also Binary, pretty cool Pokemon. So yeah, as I said, there are some major Pokemons if you want to start playing that I would recommend you to get as like Pokemons. Like I said, the Pangaro boss team is pretty strong. The Volcarona is a pretty strong one. Also would recommend you to get Chansey. Chansey is also pretty strong and carry you pretty much. So yeah, try to get that for a decent amount or hunt it by yourself. It's gonna take you a bit, but it's pretty worth it. So yeah, if you want to have something that are some that I've been aiming on. So yeah, that's basically it. Of course, you could also go without a subscription in the game, but it's gonna be pretty hard for you. I'm honest. The only thing that you can do is farming a boss team, which is gonna take without subscription, which is gonna take a pretty huge time. So, but once you get it, you can farm normally on money, like without membership, so no worries. But yeah, I personally would recommend paying this game if you really want to take it serious for like 10 bucks, and you can change your opinion anyway. So yeah, I personally say it's I'm pretty fascinated by the system. That's why I went for it, and I can recommend it. So yeah. But I must say, back to the bad things is some people grief me also in dungeons. So if you want to play PvP, which this game has, like normal Pokemon competitive scene, and also some PvE like dungeons, and somehow sometimes you are having mates that are not that great. But yeah, that's just in every free online game that you have guys that are doing shit. That's always so. Yeah. But when you play this game with a guild, what I didn't mention, I've also had a pretty good guild. You can get pretty good guys that are playing with you and also having decent Pokemon, so someone that can help you, trade you, and you also can lend Pokemon to somebody that can help him as well. So that's why you get, when you're doing dungeons and dungeons and bosses and some PvE events. You're getting PvE coins, and if you do PvP, you can do PvP. And with that coins that you grind, you can also buy yourself mounts, accessories, also items for your Pokemons to evolve, candies, and so on. So yeah, this game himself is just with a Pokemon. It's just a normal Pokemon, just with a wider variety of MMO style with trading with people and so on. So yeah. And also you can get special Pokemons like Halloween Pokemons or like this Christmas Pokemons that you can hunt. And yeah, by just going to the grass and searching till they come like shinies. So yeah, this game itself has pretty funny events and is also pretty active. So yeah, I would personally recommend it, but it has good sides and bad sides. Sometimes it's pissing off and sometimes it's good. So yeah, you can try it out by yourself. And yeah, that was the short game what I played besides Monster Hunter. Just a bit of Pokemon, which is pretty chilled and cool. And what I personally recommend you. So yeah, if you want to take a break from Monster Hunter and play something different till Rise new update come, new Monster Hunter, some shit, you can try this game out. We'll give it a try. It's free to play. You can try it out and have fun. The only thing that I personally also don't like is when you start, you can choose which region do you want to start. You starting basically at Kanto, it was Kanto. You're starting at Kanto and then working yourself towards Johto, into Hoenn, and then into Sinnoh. So you're working your way apart, and you're also locked to the third batch. You can trade Pokemons at third batch, and at the 8th batch you can use the Pokemon from the region before, because of Pokemons are region locked. So you grind, you really go, if you want to use Pokemons from other regions, you have to grind a bit to get the batches and some shit. So yeah, but you get once into it if you enjoy the game by yourself. So yeah, but I personally love the game and it's pretty funny. So yeah, thank you for watching. Give this game a try and I wish you a good one. That's what I play besides Monster Hunter, you have a clue, which is pretty good. And yeah, wish you the good one. See you on next speedruns or some gameplays, whatever. And have a good one, guys.